All right, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Southwest Flavor. I am today's host, Will Peña with you. Sorry, I know you're expecting to see Ron here today, but he had to run off just right after we got off the last show here. He had to go and he got invited to be a guest on the number one podcast in Tucson. So, I did manage to get in a guest though, so we'll be doing some interviewing here. So let me go ahead and introduce this guy to you guys. So this guy is a native Tucsonan. He is a business owner, a father. He is a cyclist. And, let's just bring him on. Here's my guest today is Ron Arenas.
Hey, good morning, Will. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome, my man.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Excited to be on Southwest Flavor, the number one podcast in Southern Arizona.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the reason why I asked you here for that reason, is
thank you.
To get a taste of the flavor of the Southwest.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. But you know what I'm excited about?
What's that?
I'm excited about getting our audience to know Ron a little bit more.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Am I under oath?
You are under.
Man.
You are under the oath, my friend. You are under the oath. Yes. Yeah, we got the fact checkers.
Right.
We got the fact checkers, so you're gonna be fine. Yeah. So I got a little segment I came up with here called "Let's Get to Know Ron."
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Okay.
So I got some questions for you.
Yeah.
And we will talk about those and elaborate on them a bit.
Okay.
All right. So these are just in a random order for you.
Okay.
All right. Let's just start off with, we all know you love to cycle. You love to bike. You like to get up in the mountains. You like to, do the trails.
Right.
All right. So how did you get into cycling?
Okay. Well, I mean, as a kid growing up in the 80s, we were on our bikes all the time. Okay, just is one of those things that, in the morning, like during the summer, in the morning, you jump on your bike and you go to your friend's house or they come to your house. And it's like, where do you want to go today? I don't know. Let's just start riding and have some adventures, you know? And maybe we'd end up at the park and someone would be playing a basketball game or baseball game or a football game or something, a soccer game, and, we'd join in with them or whatever. Or, most of the time we're just out riding around and, just being kids. Right. Yeah. So after probably about 15 years ago, that's about right. Maybe a little bit less than that. Luke, my youngest, was probably about 8 years old. Okay. And I'm like, hey, maybe we should, start riding bikes, just around the neighborhood. So I just went to Walmart and got a bike for me and a bike for him. They're both mountain bikes. And we rode around the neighborhood a little bit. And then through networking, met a lady. She doesn't live here anymore, but met a lady, and she's like, "Hey, there's some really cool trails really close, to this area." And
that Walmart bike wasn't going to cut it, right?
I rode it for a year and a half.
Did you?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and kind of wore it out. I mean, I actually had to replace some parts on it. Okay. That upgraded that bike, but fairly cheap parts that are fairly cheap to do that. Yeah. But yeah, that was rough. That thing was a tank. It was a little 26-inch. It was heavy. Yeah. But it did its job, and for a low cost. Right. So. Yeah. But yeah, did that. Started riding at Arthur Pack, which is fairly close to this area. And that got the taste of the mountain biking because it's fairly flat, but there's some dips. You go through some washes and turns and. If you don't watch where you're going, there's cactus on one side and sharp rocks on the other side, stuff like that. Yeah. Typical of the desert. Yeah. And so then after that, after a year and a half, I upgraded to my first professional mountain bike and spent some money on it.
So do you find as now, getting a little bit older than when you started riding?
Sure. It's weird because every year we get older. I don't know how that
happens.
My brain doesn't think that, but my body certainly thinks that.
You, right? Yeah, absolutely. So do you find, and it's funny you talk about that, I'm going to ask you about your mindset right now about this. Isn't it weird how you're not as brave now as you were? When you were that teenager, right?
Oh yeah. When you're 15 to 25, especially a male, right? You're invincible. Yeah. That's From insurance, from auto insurance. You drive fast, you drive stupid, you make dumb decisions.
Yeah.
And in sports or things like that, you recover a lot quicker. Yes, you get a high ankle sprain or something, and you're down for a little while. A high ankle sprain now, you'd be down for a long time.
Yeah, and just a note to everybody out there, all you youngsters that are listening, all those pains that you had when you were 14, 15 that you recovered from really quick, you feel them again.
Yeah, just they catch up to you.
You end up feeling those again, just so you know. So definitely. Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, man. I did not know that's... So basically, you've been riding pretty much your whole life.
I've been riding pretty much I've been on some kind of bike. It's a BMX bike back when I was a kid. And then in elementary school, my parents bought me my first new bike, which was a 12-speed. So it was what we call a road bike now. But it was a 12-speed, and my friend and I would ride to like 5th grade and 6th grade together.
We're a little bit more poor than you guys. We only got a 10-speed.
But that 12-speed was probably from Walmart not Walmart, because I don't think we had Walmart back then. It was probably Kmart. It was probably a Kmart bike. Yeah.
Okay, probably.
But it was a good little bike. I mean, I rode that for several years.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember my first bike, I
got that was my
Christmas.
First. Yeah, that was my first new bike.
Yeah. I remember got it for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I must have been about 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
And we were out there, we were a family that opened our gifts at midnight.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah.
And, we lived in a dead-end street. This was in L.A.
Okay.
And we had a dead-end street, and, a whole bunch of our friends lived in the street. We were all the same age, and everyone's out there at midnight riding their new bikes, their new skateboards.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never replicate those memories. Those are just the best memories ever. Yeah.
Yeah, until finally about 2 a.m, our parents are like, "Get inside now." But that's cool. All right, awesome. All right, your next question, bud. All right, what is your favorite vacation spot?
Kauai. Yeah, we've been to Hawaii 4 times. Okay. We've been to the Big Island, been to Maui. We were at Maui like 3 months before it burned.
Okay.
So a lot of those, and in fact, we were staying right on that side.
Okay.
And frequent and in that week that we were there, all the places that burned down. I mean, they're no longer there.
Okay.
And then Kauai twice, and Kauai is just my that's my dream place. Just lower population, a lot of jungle, a lot of rainforest, and that's where I want to be. I want to be in the middle of the forest, near the ocean, and not near a lot of people.
All right. Yeah, we've only been once, and it was to the Big Island.
Yeah. The Big Island's so diverse.
Yes, it is.
It is.
We drove around the whole island one day, and you go from Texas to Louisiana to
right.
Florida.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, one night that we're on the Big Island, we went to a cattle ranch up on the top of that mountain, which is like 10,000 feet. Yeah. So you're on a 10,000-foot mountain, which gets snow every year.
Yeah.
And it was actually fairly cool that evening.
Yeah.
And then there, a couple days we went down to Kona, which is their rainforest part where they buy or they grow the coffee.
Yeah.
And we did a tour of the coffee plantation down there, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I love going through tours of different, like plantations, things like that. So it's just, I mean, it feeds my brain a little bit more.
Yeah, when we were there, when we toured around the island, it was just me and my wife and, in our rental car, and we were going, and, I tried to make it my local moco tour.
Yes, yeah.
But my wife wasn't having that.
Oh, well, okay. Okay.
But no, it's awesome. I love Hawaii.
There was one beach, I think it's on the northwest side of the island.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge beach, public beach. I think it's a state park or whatever, and it was the most beautiful beach I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. All right.
Yeah.
So the islands. You're an islander.
The islands. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. If I can be in the middle of the jungle near water and not a lot of people,
right?
That's my happy place.
And a bike.
And a bike. Yes. Right. Yes. They actually have a path in Kauai. Along the coastline. It's kind of like our loop,
right?
But without all the zombies.
Right.
So I rented a bike, and I did, I don't know, I did maybe 20 miles up and down the coast, so that was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Real cool, real cool. All right, next subject here. We're going to go, you know, I know a lot of people know this. You know, you love to smoke meat.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, grill and smoke.
Grill and smoke, yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
What would you say is your favorite cut of meat to smoke?
Okay. Well, probably the tri-tip.
Okay.
Probably, I like the tri-tip. It's just, you know, it's beef, and it's quick and easy. Yeah. I mean, in an hour and a half, you could have a piece of tri-tip. Well, you rest it for a little while, but you could pretty much cook it in an hour and a half. Let it rest for, you know, half an hour, and so in 2 hours you're ready to eat. Right. So that could be a very quick thing to smoke. I also smoke a lot of chicken thighs. Okay. Bone-in chicken thighs.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah. I've had that there at your shop.
Yeah. So that's probably really probably my go-to. Is what I do. Yeah. And I like wings too. I like to do smoked wings.
I have not tried that from you.
Yeah, smoked wings is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so
that's cool.
We'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, we can't go without mentioning your mac and cheese.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I have a recipe that I changed over the years. Yeah. And so I have a really good mac and cheese.
This guy, I'm telling you, man, he makes this mac and cheese, and you know, it's a smoked mac and cheese. Nothing like that, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. It'll ruin all other mac and cheese for you.
Yes, it will. Even the Mickey Mouse ones.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Let's see what else we got here for you. All right. So, you're a 49er fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Since I was about 10 years old.
All right. So that leads to my question is, what led you into becoming a 49er fan?
Sure. So this is a good question. So probably about 10 years old is when I started watching sports. And I remember one afternoon, I walked into the living room. My dad was watching NFL. You know, it was probably a Sunday watching NFL. My dad didn't watch a lot of NFL, but he was at the time. And so I started watching it, and I'm like, who is that? Who's playing? And he's like, oh, that's Joe Montana. He's really good. Yeah. And I was just kind of hooked after that. I just sat there and watched him, and I was just amazed at his talent. And
so had he been watching a Cowboy game, then you may have been a Cowboy fan.
Ooh, don't do that to me. But possibly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right. But just the magic of Joe Montana. Yeah.
Well, he was a special player. Right?
Yeah, he was. Yep.
Yeah, I think the biggest crime ever committed in San Francisco was letting him go to Kansas City.
And as a young person, I was really mad at that. I think I was in high school during that time when they kind of did that transition. Yeah. And I was really upset. I was upset at the team. I was upset at Steve Young, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I'm a baseball guy and a Dodger guy, and I felt the same way when they traded away Piazza. Yeah. You know, to me, that was like, I can't believe they did this. Yeah. You know, it was just...
Sports is a business, though.
Yeah, it is.
And sometimes, you know, like anything else, they make good decisions and bad decisions. And honestly, because of Joe Montana's health, and Steve Young was just that younger, more athletic quarterback, they made the right decision as a business decision. Yeah. So.
All right, cool. All right, well, before we get to the next one, we're going to go ahead and take a sponsor break.
Aha, I love our sponsors.
Yeah, we love our sponsors. Yeah. Let's give them some love.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, Shaken, take us away.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Big Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has a spectacular $59 drain special for the month of October. At Big Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, our highly qualified plumbers will solve your scary plumbing problems and keep the goblins out of your drains. This special is for residential properties only. Call for details at 520-492-0748 or book your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Gutman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Gutman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgutman@allstate.com.
All right, welcome back to Southwest Flavor. I am today's host, Will Peña. I've got a very special guest here. We've been talking to and getting to know Mr. Ron Arenas.
Good morning.
All right, buddy.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you know, honestly, the other 2 guests canceled out.
Oh, that was your last ditch
right?
effort. Yeah.
You were here already. What can I do?
That's fair.
Yeah,
it's happened before.
Right? Isn't that how, no, I won't go there. I won't go there. All right, man. So we're getting to know Ron a little bit. We're going through some questions here, a segment that I've called, what did I get called?
10 questions with Ron?
10 questions with Ron.
Yeah.
And Ron is doing a good job answering these.
Thank you. Yeah.
There's been no math yet, though. So
there's been no math. Yeah. You're just throwing some softballs at me, so I appreciate that.
And you're welcome, buddy. All right, here's your next question, bud.
Okay.
All right, so who was your greatest influence as a kid and why?
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I was very lucky to grow up in a 2-parent home. Mm-hmm. And then I had both sets of grandparents that were close by, and I had aunts and uncles. So I would say just my immediate family.
Okay.
Definitely. I mean, during high school, I worked with 2 different uncles. One uncle was a framer. One uncle did concrete. Okay. So I was, we were out there on weekends doing different jobs, doing like back patios, doing the concrete, and then with the other uncle, we were framing and doing a patio roof and stuff like that. So learning skills on with my hands. And
you don't see that much anymore, do you?
No.
You know, kids, I mean, when we were teenagers, again, my father was in construction, so I've been in construction since, I was 6, 7 years old.
Right. And one of my grandfathers had he had rentals, and he'd do all the work himself.
Right.
If there was a broken window, he would go replace it himself.
Right.
If some plumbing needed to be done, he would go do it himself. So there was one summer where I just worked with him. It was my between freshman and sophomore year.
Okay.
And I just worked with him, and we just did stuff to all of his rentals. I mean, I think one or two of them might have been empty, so we were doing some improvements and stuff, and then, they're just fixing stuff that need to be fixed and improvements, and you learn a lot.
Right. Yeah. And well, I mean, your kids, you got 3 boys.
I do. Yeah.
And a couple of them followed in the trade with you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
right. They're all hands on.
Right.
Yeah. Which is good. I think honestly, I think that is something that you're born with.
Yeah.
Either you can do stuff, with your hands, or you do stuff cerebral.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. All right. So you had good family to kind of.
Right. Yeah. I had that foundation there. So had that foundation there, and had that support, and and then just they were there to teach me and guide me.
All right. So here's a follow-up question kind of to that, but it is the next question. So who's your greatest influence now?
Wow. Okay. Huh. That's a good question. Yeah, I'm not sure I have a great answer for that. I really love that all 3 of my boys are doing really well. And that just it inspires me. Because of course you want your kids to do at least as good as you, and most of the time you want your kids to do better than you.
Absolutely, yeah.
But just seeing that that they're doing so well, and just their mindset that they're not satisfied with where they're at. They're not satisfied to just do enough. They're inspired to just keep going and build on what they have. So I think that inspires me. So that's probably an inspiration.
So seeing the growth in your kids.
Yeah. And just knowing that they have a future.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome, bud.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. All right. So here's your next question. So if you can go back and tell your 15-year-old self something, what would it be and why?
I go through this a lot, just if I could ever do that, and that is just to make better decisions and go to school. I mean, I was horrible in high school. I had no interest in it. Not that I couldn't do the work. Honestly, when I put my head down and did the work, it wasn't that hard for me.
Yeah.
I just never. I was never in class. My freshman and sophomore year, I was never in class. I had no interest in going to school. Kind of halfway through my sophomore year, I kind of woke up and said, I'm not going anywhere, and kind of going to that dead end street. So, and nothing good is going to come out of this. So better start shaping up and at least going to class. And I finished on time. One of the biggest reasons I finished high school was sports, because I was in sports, and you have to go to school and you have to get your grades up enough to play sports, and that was my inspiration to pretty much finish school. So finished school, and but my grade average was so poor that no one would ever look at me, and I was decent in athletics, but I had a really horrible attitude, and I had a really bad GPA. So I was not a kid that could go anywhere for that avenue. So to make the long story short, do really well in school. Plus, that's all, your public school is paid for. Get the most out of it.
Yeah.
Because after that, you have to pay for your education.
Right. No, absolutely.
So, I should have been taking the hardest classes and getting all that education that was free for me.
And you can actually get your college, university paid for if you're doing well in school.
Exactly. Or if you're doing well in school and you're coachable and everything, you can at least get some kind of partial scholarship to pay for your school. Yeah.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to, my daughter, she got a full ride to the U of A.
Nice. Yeah.
Academics.
Oh, man.
Just an academic.
That's huge.
Even paid for dorms, paid for everything on there. So, we were blessed in that way.
That's a huge expense.
Yeah. So, and it's just that. It's just, she demanded a lot of herself, while in high school.
Right.
And
it just opens up more doors.
Oh, absolutely.
It really does. Because especially in my youth, I took the hardest route for everything.
Yeah.
And I always started at the bottom. And I started at the bottom because I didn't have an education. I didn't have experience and stuff like that. But then I climbed up, the ladder fairly quickly because of my work ethic.
Right.
And because I'm a problem solver. I can figure things out.
Yeah.
But you don't have to always start at the bottom. That was the roughest route. Why not get your education and have, some of that experience where you don't have to start at the bottom.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So before we go to our next, we got 2 questions left.
Okay.
Actually, we got 3 questions left.
Okay.
Before we go to that, let's go ahead and get another sponsor break, and let's thank our sponsors. And,
okay. Fantastic.
All right.
Let's do that.
All right. Awesome. Thank you.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has a spooktacular $59 drain special for the month of October. At Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, our highly qualified plumbers will solve your scary plumbing problems and keep the goblins out of your drains. This special is for residential properties only. Call for details at 520-492-0748 or book your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Getman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Getman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgetman@allstate.com.
All right, welcome back to Southwest Flavor. We are doing 10 questions with Ron, and then we're going to go and try and wrap that up here pretty soon. So I've got some, let's go on to the next question here.
Okay, sounds
All right,
good.
so if you want a trip for two to anywhere in the world, where would you go and who would you take?
Wow.
And the answer better be your wife.
Yeah, of course it'd be my wife. Man, I'd probably some kind of like exotic island. I'd do some research first, of course, but maybe like something like Fiji or something like that. Just some island out there that I've seen where you can stay, like the cabanas or the suites or whatever are on stilts and stuff, and some of them have glass floors, and there's actually fish and stuff.
Yeah, I hear you also have to sleep in mosquito nets there.
Probably,
so
yes. Yeah, we don't have those mosquitoes. We have these tiny little mosquitoes like 2 months a year, but other places that's like their national bird.
Right? Yeah, all right. So definitely,
some place tropical. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe do some fishing.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You like to fish?
I'm not really a big fisherman, but I've never been deep sea fishing. That's something I want to do. That's on my bucket list. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Good to know. That's not part of the question. Just so you know.
Okay. All right.
All right. So here we go. Let's see. All right. So if somebody was coming to visit you, a friend or family or something, who's never been to Tucson, where would you take them to eat that really kind of defines the Southwest?
Yeah. Okay. That's a good question. I would love to. Definitely it'd be somewhere probably on South 12th Avenue. It'd be one of those restaurants down there. I mean, we have the greatest Mexican food in the nation. Yeah. We do. So there's probably a couple different places that I would want to take them to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somewhere on 12 over there?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. It's close by me. You can invite me.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
All right. So here we go. We got actually, I skipped one question.
Uh-oh.
So for those of you that know Ron, some people call him No Pants Ron. Right? Right? What would it take? Where would you have to be going?
Oh, man.
To wear a pair of pants?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Usually it's weddings and funerals. Okay. Yeah, because my wife gives me that dirty look and makes me wear pants for them. Yeah. When a lot of people know Sean McCluskey that comes on the Wake Up Show every couple weeks, and when he got married, probably 5 or 6 years ago, he said, "No one wear pants; they all wear shorts." So we got to wear shorts to his wedding. So that was really cool. And when I have my funeral, I don't want anyone wearing shorts or pants to my funeral. Okay. Yeah, it's all shorts. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, and I did. This last year I was the chairman of the board for the Oro Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
And so at the state of the town, I had to get up and do a speech. In front of 700 people, and so I wore pants for that.
Really?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was killing me, yeah.
Well, you didn't roll them up or anything?
No. My legs are extremely claustrophobic, and so they don't like to be, pent up.
Yeah. All right. So that's basically the last time you wore pants.
It was.
Yeah.
It was the last time I wore pants.
How many pairs of pants do you actually own?
I think I have maybe like 3 or 4. I have.
You got the slacks, the jeans.
Slacks and jeans, and I think I have like a pair of cargo pants.
Oh, I thought you were going to say parachute pants.
Yeah, my MC Hammer pants, right. Yeah, when I'm dancing out there in the street.
Yeah, nice. All right, so now we will get to our final question here.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
Do I have a helpline? Can I call a friend?
You may phone a friend.
All right, very good.
All right. But this is a good question for you.
Okay.
All right. So have you had a guest on the show who you said, yeah, this person is Tucson?
Wow.
Who and why?
Man, okay, that's kind of a hard question. I'm just going through my. I don't know. I don't know if I have that one person that's this is Tucson.
Here, let me tell you who mine is that
that
you've had on, that we had on.
Yeah.
The muralist guy.
Oh, yeah. 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 Ignacio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to me, he is Southwest. He is true South.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. But I don't know what.
Man, I don't know the answer. I possibly just off the top of my head, and he's been on our show several times, is Scott Tilley of Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids.
Okay.
I mean, he embodies that Southwest, with the animals and the horses and giving back to the community and being involved in the community as much as he is. I think Scott Tilley would be one of the top guests.
He's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
We affectionately call him Scooter.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, no, awesome. All right. And actually, I do have one more question because I have a couple minutes here before our next break.
Okay,
All
bonus
right?
question.
Bonus question, okay? All right, and I'm going to preface this by saying that remember who your sponsors are. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Who's your favorite guest host? Is it Will Peña or is it Jeffrey Saunders?
Oh, well, let's see here.
I didn't see a Lady Baba commercial coming out anywhere there, did I?
That's true. That's true. I'm going to be Switzerland on this one. I love them both.
Okay.
Yeah, just like all of our sponsors, love all of our sponsors. But
yeah,
you guys each bring a different, something different to the show. And that's why I love, and that's, we're going to have some different co-hosts on different days because we want to bring different views and, just kind of spice it up a little bit. Yeah. So Brittany's going to be my co-host every once in a while. I have another sponsor that is coming in the beginning of the year, so about 2.5 months from now, and he's going to bring some different things to the show.
Yeah. I'll give you my opinion.
Oh,
not on that question. To me, man, and I think I spoke to you yesterday about this at our meeting in the morning. Yeah, I love seeing when you and Janae are on.
Yeah.
I just love the connection and the flow that you guys have on it.
Well, thank you.
It's almost like you guys have been married for years or something.
Yeah. Like we know each other.
Yeah. I love it when you have her on, guest hosting or as a guest.
We do well together. We do well together. I mean, we've always done a lot of networking together or presentations together, and so it's just something that we can really feed off of each other. We know where we're coming from, and we can, she can ask questions or I can ask questions, and we can answer in a way that we know kind of where we're coming from and the direction that we're going. Yeah, but you and I have really good chemistry.
Well, we've not to toot our own horn, but we've been told that. By many people on there. But I think it's just because we're
a lot alike.
We're a lot alike.
Yeah. You grew up in El Paso. I grew up in Tucson. You're a couple years older than me, but basically we're the same age. We probably have a lot of the same experiences growing up.
Yeah. The whole retail, the whole trades. It's kind of all,
Right.
We both married up.
Yeah.
So.
Thank God.
Right? I don't think you could go lower. Right? We can't much lower to marry down.
Yeah. But we were both in management at Walgreens. Yeah. I spent 6.5 years there, and you spent 20? Did you spend 20
years?
20 years there. Yeah. And then I met your wife before you met her.
Right.
And we worked just down the street here at the old Ina and Thornydale Walgreens location that's now part of Fry's.
Right.
But Walgreens used to be in there on the east side of Fry's. Right. They actually owned that building.
Yeah.
And she was the liquor manager, and I was a senior pharmacy tech there. And then I moved into liquor, and then I moved into management after that.
Yeah. So she basically gave you your start into management, is what you're saying.
Yeah, she did. Well, she was so gracious because I asked her, I said, hey, because they wanted me to go onto the floor from the pharmacy because pharmacy is kind of
it's their own
thing. And my manager said, well, if you're going to go into store management, you need to go onto the floor. You need to work different shifts and stock stuff and deal with the customers and everything. So she there was an opening in liquor, so she put me into liquor, and Lenaway was the liquor manager, and I went to her, and she was very gracious with this. I'm like, hey, I want to learn your job. I'm not here to take your job. Yeah. My path is supposed to be to go into management. She would have given it to you. And my path is to go into management. That's kind of what's been promised to me as long as I don't mess it up. But I want to learn your job. I want to do everything that you do and learn it. She's like, yeah, cool, let's do it. So I learned all of her job. All the ordering and figuring out different merchandising and all that stuff. And then about 3 months later, opening came up for an assistant manager, and I moved into that. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So we're going to go and take our final sponsor break here.
Okay.
When we come back here, we're going to be talking a little bit about, we're talking sports.
We're talking sports,
all
yeah.
Right? And I'm going to go ahead and throw it back when we get back here, throw it back to your real host. All right. And so we'll see you here in a few.
Okay.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing has a spooktacular $59 drain special for the month of October. At Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, our highly qualified plumbers will solve your scary plumbing problems and keep the goblins out of your drains. The special is for residential properties only. Call for details at 520-492-0748 or book your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Life is all about change and growth. You grow from renting to buying, your kids grow from toddling to driving, and then you grow from working to retiring. Is your insurance agent growing through life with you? I'm your local Allstate agent, Brittany Getman. My team and I can help you navigate all those changes through home, auto, and life insurance. You're in good hands with the Brittany Getman Allstate Insurance family. Call me at 520-797-7811 or email bgetman@allstate.com.
I don't know how good that will be, but...
Welcome back. You're watching Southwest Flavor with Ron Arenas and Will Peña. And we're going to be talking sports right now for this last segment, but tune in. Don't go anywhere. We're talking a little bit about U of A football, and a little bit surprising to both of us, I think, that they are 4-1 at this point of the season.
Oh, I'm not surprised because I called 5.
You did call 5.
I called 5.
Did you think that they were going to be 4-1
I didn't think
at this point?
4-1, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But
I don't think most people did. Yeah. Just to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, but it's always.
Do you see 2 or 3 more wins?
I do. Possibly. Yeah, they're playing BYU this
It's gonna be
Saturday.
tough.
It's going to be tough. They're
tough
number
game.
18 in the country. They're 5-0. I've read 2 different things this morning. One said that they're a 1.5 point favorite. The other said 2.5 point favorite. But still, that's
close.
That's pretty close.
That is pretty close.
And if we were firing on all cylinders like we were last Saturday, we definitely have a good chance to pull this win out at home.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. There could be some factors in that, and that's that it could be downpouring during the game. You know, it could be sloshy, muddy, miserable, and that that's going to affect your passing game. You know, that's going to could even affect some of your tackles. You know, because everyone's slippery out there.
We'll have to see which team's a better mudder.
Yeah.
Right.
And definitely, I mean, the U of A is not used to playing in weather at all.
Yeah.
You know, if it's 60 degrees, that's cold, and they probably have long sleeves on.
Right.
You know, all the fans do. They're out there in parkas.
Right, yeah.
They're bundled
you're
up.
right about that, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. So you were at the game last week.
I was.
Okay.
I was one of 10 people at the game.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to go out of town. So I was not able to join you on that one. But so tell me a little bit about that game. I mean, I saw the score at the end.
Yeah.
And it just looks like they controlled all facets of the game.
They did. They were firing on all cylinders. The first half, they're running the ball really well.
Okay.
Oklahoma State kind of figured that out after halftime, and they shut down the run. But we were able to get open and get wide receivers open and pass the ball really efficiently.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple turnovers that was really good. So our defense was playing well. Our offense was playing well. It was a really good game for U of A. Our defense did not have a touchdown on them. The touchdown that was scored on us was on the offense. But it was the second string offense. Our backup quarterback came in the fourth quarter after the game was pretty much already out of hand.
Yeah.
And he threw a pick six.
Okay.
So so
all right.
We had a really good defensive effort, and the backup quarterback is his first time on the field, and
so it sounds like they couldn't get the ground game going against our defense.
No, not really. No. I don't know what their average run was, but it wasn't real good.
Yeah, and as I've always said, you got to get the ground game so you can get the passing game going. So if you can't get that ground game,
exactly,
you're not going to get no passing game going. So
and I look at the game so much different now. Any football game that I see, because my son played 6 years. He played from 7th grade through 12th grade tackle football, and he was a lineman.
Yes.
So I look at the game so much differently now. I'm like, that is a great block. Look at that.
Yeah.
Someone, the running back runs through a hole, or the someone catches a pass. I'm like, look at that block. Everyone else is watching the ball handler.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No.
And
absolutely.
I'm watching the blocking and everything going on, just because I appreciate it so much. Because those guys in the trenches work so hard.
Yeah. Well, they only get called when they mess up.
Yeah.
When
exactly.
they do something wrong. Yeah.
Exactly. If you're doing your job, you're kind of invisible.
Yeah.
You don't get the glory. You don't get that, that they caught that pass and they ran it in or whatever.
Right.
But if you mess up and, your quarterback gets clobbered in the backfield, or your running back can't go anywhere, then,
Yeah, the offense comes up with a big play and then you get called for holding.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a heartbreaker, but
yeah.
But yeah, I love to watch the battles on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah. And I guess, as we do continue to get older and watch the games, we do. It's kind of a different perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. You appreciate all that hard work that goes into it.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. Because everyone, I mean, it is a truly team sport, and everyone has to pull their own weight. Everyone has to do their job. Yeah. The guy next to you has to do his job. He has to block, or, he has to shed a blocker, whichever side of the line that you're on. And if not, something bad's happening.
Right.
So, everyone has to be accountable, Yeah,
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
So who do we got this week?
We have BYU.
All right. You said they're ranked?
They're ranked number 18 in the nation. They are 5-0.
Okay.
They are, I think they are beatable, especially here at home. I think if we play our game, then we can do it. We've played them, I think I read we've played them 26 times in our history, and the series is, they've won 13, we've won 12, and there's a tie in there.
Okay.
But they have a very steady program. Their coach has been coaching there for 10 years. Okay. This is 10th season there. And but they've won the last 4 times that we've played them.
Okay.
And they beat us pretty bad last year. I think it was like 41-19 or something. So
I'm a big believer in the due theory. We're due, right?
We're due. Oh yeah,
we're definitely due.
We're due.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are. As like I said, as long as everyone plays their game and it's up to the coaches to scout the team and make sure that they make the right calls.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they can keep it close.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can keep a game close, you don't know what it's going to be like at the end.
Yeah.
Because
it could be one little mistake or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at not to change directions here, but the Sunday night, was it a Sunday night game?
The Sunday night game was the Bills.
Okay, the Monday night game. The Monday night game
was Jaguars and Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm referring to the
Cardinals.
The Cardinals and
that was a horrible game.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Titans fan, that was absolute just train wreck.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No. Absolutely. And the Rams. When the Rams played the
49ers,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, the littlest thing. I mean, the Rams, they turned it over at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to turn that.
You never know. Yeah. You never know. It could be, some kind of deflection, the quarterback's passing the ball and either one of the linemen get their hand up there and deflect that ball and it goes somewhere where it's not supposed to go into the hands of the opponent, or it could be, maybe the wide receiver, it hits his hands. It's a good pass, or maybe it's a little high, hits his hands, and it goes to a defender, and that could change the whole game.
Yeah, it could be a little thing as a running back, plowing through, and a defender just popping his arm into under the ball.
They're so good at punching the ball out now. Yeah. That is just a whole new skill. Well,
that's practice a lot more now.
That is.
Those are drills now.
And you see the wide receivers, there's drills where he goes through a line of players and they're all punching at the ball.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're shoving him and punching at the ball, and they're doing stuff to try to replicate, what's going to happen in the game.
Right.
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what's your call in the game? This
okay.
week?
Well, I've been off every game for the calls, but I'm going to say I'm going to give U of A a little bit of love. They're going to pull it out. It is going to be 24-19.
24-19?
Sure.
They're going to pull it out?
Yeah.
All right.
How about you?
Well, I'm going to be the skeptic here a little bit. I'm going to say BYU 34, and U of A, I think, are going to be in the they'll be kept under 20.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
I hope you're wrong too.
I hope I'm wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, cool,
man.
Well, thank you for coming in, sitting in the captain's chair today,
awesome.
Bringing us in.
Thanks for letting me do this, man.
Yeah.
Really, just go Dodgers first of all.
Oh,
go Dodgers.
That's right. There is baseball playoffs. Yep. So those are going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's be good. This is my time of the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Well,
thank you.
Take it away, Ron.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, you can watch another episode of Southwest Flavor. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. And we'll see you next week.